Hey guys, it's Shannon from Books Devoured, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Nook and the Kindle. I get this all the time. People find out that I have both e-readers and they think I'm a little crazy, and that's possible. But they very much, to me, serve different purposes, and if you're trying to decide between one or the other, I think there's a few things that might be able to help you out. What I kind of wanted to do is do like a close-up of what the differences are between the Nook and the Kindle. I have made some changes and upgrades to the Kindle, one of the biggest ones being the toggle switch here, but this one really doesn't bother me. I don't mind it so much. I think the screen on the newer one is a little bit bigger and things like that. But overall, I mean, it's the same basic idea. Now, as you can see, I know that looks probably a little bit weird. It looks like it's flickering, but it's not actually moving. It's just because it's like trying to record a computer screen, which actually brings me to my biggest difference between the two. If you look at the Kindle, it looks like paper. So I can read this for hours at a time and not have a problem seeing it and not get a headache. When I have to look at the Nook for a long time, it's really not my favorite thing. It is like trying to read on a computer screen, and that's not my favorite thing. However, the Kindle doesn't really do much else. I mean, it's an e-reader and that's it. I can go to I think it maybe actually does have internet capability on it, but I never ever use it. It's a little bit slow, kind of clunky, and it's just not worth my time. Not when I have an iPhone that can do it faster and my computer can do it much faster. So for me, the Kindle is all about reading. I can shop in the Kindle store, and get different books and whatever. I like the way that I have everything. I can put everything in folders, so it keeps it, like, you know, just really organized, and I like it for that. Then you have the Nook. What they've done, probably the best thing they could have done, is they've added apps. I think, you know, pretty much to make it compete with something like an iPad 2, I can go to the Goodreads app there. It's actually already hooked to my account, and I can pull it up. There's my recent updates. I can update my reading progress. You know, it does go pretty quickly. So there, I'm actually on page 20. And then submit, and it'll update that pretty quickly. So I do like that about it. If I want to go on the internet, it's pretty quick too. I can pull up that app. There we go, there's the PlayStation. You know, another good thing about the Nook is not only can I read books, but I can also read magazines. I actually really enjoy Natural Health. It's one of my favorite magazines, and I can get it delivered straight to the Nook and just turn the pages like that. Now, if you've ever seen like a Kindle commercial, they always take the iPad out into the sun and they're like, look, you can't see it in the sun, and you know, this is why you need a Kindle. And I hate to say it, but they do that for a reason, because, I mean, that's just the way it is. If I take this outside, I really can't see it that well. It doesn't matter how I adjust the brightness, any of that, it doesn't matter. It's like trying to look at a computer outside. It just doesn't work that great. The Kindle, though, I can take it outside and it looks like paper. That e-ink technology, it's outstanding. I really just think that there's nothing that can beat it. With that said, however, if I'm trying to read at night, I usually prefer to read on the Kindle. I can turn the screen down really low so it's not too bright while my husband's trying to sleep. And I can just pull up and read. But if I read at night, it's not, you know, for too incredibly long. I won't really start to get a headache or anything like that. And then if I want to be reading for a long time, I'm definitely going to use the Kindle. My husband, he prefers the Nook because he'll want to pull it up and, you know, be on the internet and do other things with it. But for me, I like my computer for that, my iPhone for that. If I just want an e-reader, what I want is my Kindle. If I want something to do all those other things, I might look at something like this. And when you throw the iPad into the mix, you know, if you can afford the price, I don't know that it would be worth it to just buy the Nook. If you can afford an iPad, I probably would go with that. You can get iBooks on there, have everything synced to your iTunes, and it would be pretty easy. So for me, that's what it comes down to, is what do you want to use it for? I couldn't say that one is necessarily always better than the other. It just depends on, are you going to be reading it for hours at a time? And if so, does it bother you reading on a computer screen? So anyway, that's my opinion of that. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment down below, and I'll see if I can help you out.